Very good day to all. I'm K.Bakiyaraj, working as Asst. Professor in the Department of MBA at Dr. S.N.S. Rajlakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today we're going to discuss the topic about what are the essential elements of the valid contract. So last class we were discussed about the basic introduction to the term of the contract and the definition of the contract, the agreements, and what are the important basic essential elements of the contract. Now we are going to discuss about what are the essential elements of the valid contract. The first one is the offer and the acceptance. So define the term as offer and the acceptance. One party is making an offer and automatically the other party has to be accept the offer. So offer must be indefinite and acceptance of the offer must be absolute or may be in unconditional statements. So a person making an offer is known as an offerer or the proposer or the promiser. So the person to whom the offer is made is known as the offeree or proposee or promisee. Is it based in first element is given about offer and the acceptance. And the element number two, there must be intention to create the legal relationship. So the define the term as an intention. So there must be an intention among the parties that the agreement shall result in creating legal relations. So intention must be in legal relationship between them. If there is no such intention of the one party, so there is no contract between them. For example, so I is a person in I invited for a dinner. You accept the invitation, it is a social agreement. If I fail to serve you, you cannot go to the court of the law or enforcing the agreements. Similarly, if you fail to attend the dinner, I cannot go to the court of the law for enforcing the agreements. And third important, the basic elements of the valid contract is lawful consideration. So the agreements must be supported by the law consideration on the both sides is known as lawful consideration. So consideration means an advantage or the benefits moving from one party to another party is set based in lawful considerations. So consideration needs need not be necessarily be in cash or may be in kind. For example, if A offered to sell a scooter for to the B party for rupees 10,000 and B accept this offer, therefore A rupees for 10 is in considerations and B the scooter for the considerations. This is one example case for the consideration. And the fourth one is the capacities of the parties. So the parties to an agreement must be competent to a contract, otherwise it cannot be enforceable through by the court or through by the court of the law. So what are the listed the capacities of the parties? There must be some few the conditions to be necessary for entering into the contract. So first one is about he must be in minor, he must be not in minor, he should be in major. That is the first capacities of the party. Second one is he must be in sound mind persons, that is capability to think as independent way, that is sound mind persons. And third conditions, he may not be in lunatic persons or maybe an idiot or maybe there is approval of the alien enemy or drunkard persons. These are the some few qualities to be entering into the contracts. And fifth element is all the contract as must be an free and genuine consents. So the consent of the parties to the agreement must be in free and genuine persons. So free and genuine is no one will force or threaten to each other is the free and genuine consents. The consent of the party should not be obtained by misrepresentations or the fraud or undue influence or the coercion or by the mistake. These are the some few conditions that is given as the free and genuine consent. So the parties are said to be free when they are agreed about some few subject matters in same sense with the same time is known as the free and genuine consent. And the sixth basic important, the very important the element is about lawful object. So the object of which is agreement has been entered must not be illegal or immoral or opposed to the public policies. So the object must be agreement must be lawful and no one which law by the disapproves. For example, A promised to pay rupees 1 lakh to the person B to kill the person C. The killing the persons is punishable under the act, so the promise is we call as in lawful or unethical consequences. And the seventh important, the valid contract is all the agreement is not declared to be void. So the agreement must be expressly declared by the void by the force of in the country. The categories of the agreement which are expressly declared by the void. Statement number one, the agreement is restrained to the marriage. That is the condition number one. Number two, the agreement is restrained to the trade. And third one is the all the agreement is restrained for the all the proceedings, and the agreement is not be wagering since. And the last important, the basic element of the contract is certainty and possibilities of performance. So all the agreements must be certain and not to be vague or indefinite case. So the performance of the agreement must be possible, and agreement to an impossible act is not valid. And last one is important. There must be legal formalities. So every contract may be made by the word, by the spoken or written formats. So the contract in which the contract is incorporated and is to be stamped as legal formality. And if the legal formalities are not carried out by the business, then the contract is not enforceable through by law.